for a trial class today. So
Yeah.
so what we normally do is a real test, so like a mock test, and then after that, I can give you some feedback. You can ask me any questions. So have you taken the IELTS test before?
Yeah, I have taken IELTS test in 2019, so 3 years ago. It was a long time.
Okay, right. So you understand then about the format that we have three parts to the speaking. Great.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
have you got a test coming up soon?
Yes, I have a test in August. No, October.
October. Yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
say we've already done August.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay then. So you have a month to get ready then. Okay,
yes.
so we'll start now. So first of all, can you tell me a little bit about your hobbies and your interests?
I really like to go to the gym. Personally, I go to the gym every day after work. So I would exercise like an hour or two just to keeping good shape.
Okay then. And how about social media? Do you and your friends like to use social media?
Yeah, of course. I am a big fan of TikTok. I have a TikTok account and I have around 100 followers as well. I really enjoy posting videos to TikTok.
Really good. So if you build up the followers, eventually they pay you. Is that right?
No, they don't actually pay me because my followers are only 100. It's a
Yeah.
very small
Oh, okay.
amount.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to build up more followers, and eventually, yeah, they might pay you. Okay, then.
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Okay, so do you think that you and your friends use social media too much?
I think yes. Personally, I use social media more than 3 hours a day, and it is really harmful to my vision. It is sometimes my eyes hurt after I viewing my phone for too long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you actually like to work in social media?
No, despite the fact that I really enjoy posting videos on TikTok, I don't think that would be my ideal profession.
Okay. So what is the most popular social media in China?
In China, there is a Chinese version of TikTok called Douyin, and also there is a platform called Bilibili, which is very popular among the younger generation. For the senior citizens, they prefer to use an app called Kuaishou. So like
Okay.
different apps for different people.
Right then. So and yeah, so those apps are not commonly used outside of China so much. Okay, so let me now share my screen. We'll move to part two.
Yeah.
Oops, not that one. Get this one. So here's your topic. You can see on the screen there. Describe a popular place for sports. Example, like a stadium that you've been to.
Mhm.
So you should say where it is, when you went there, what you did there, and explain how you felt about this place. So you have a minute to prepare and take notes. Then you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk on this topic. So you can start taking notes now.
Okay.
Okay, Caroline, if you're ready, you can start talking now.
Okay, so the place of sports I want to talk about is actually a gym of Western University in Canada. I did my graduate education in London, Ontario, Canada, and there was a very big gym inside of our building. There is even an outdoor swimming pool as well. Um, I went there almost every day because I personally I am really fond of doing exercise, and I usually go swimming, and I would also do some joggings as well on the treadmill. I felt this kind of a like sports place is really very beneficial to our students, and also more importantly I think it is very helpful for the local citizens as well because it opened to the public for free. I believe in the long run it will help the local citizens to live a healthier life, and I really hope this kind of free sports stadiums or like swimming pool can be a normal thing in China as well, because in Shanghai we cannot go to this kind of places for free. So yeah, I really enjoyed my time um, back in London, and I hope I can visit there again in the
Oh,
future.
okay, great then. So that was in London, was it?
Yeah, that was in London, Ontario of Canada.
Oh, London in Canada, right? I want to say,
London in
I thought,
Canada, not
yeah,
yeah,
not London like behind. No, okay. So there's a
yeah.
London in Ontario as well, right? Okay. I thought you said Ontario, Canada before, yeah. Okay then. So let's move on to part three then. So just so the first question is it's about young people. Do young people like to do sports?
Um, Normally I think young people prefer to do sports compared to the senior citizens. However, the case has changed a lot during these decades. I think firstly, we have, for example, I have to work overtime sometime, so I won't be able to have the time to go to the gym or work out because I have to work. But the senior citizens, they have more free time to do whatever they want. Um, and secondly is the I think it's the overuse of social media that has stolen our time from doing more exercise.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. So what are the benefits of sports then for children?
For children, first of all, I think it helped to improve their ability to do different kinds of sports, and also um, doing some sports from time to time will improve their the development of their brain as they grow up. And I also think doing sports is a great way for them to make friends. So they will have like more opinions from their peers, thus improving their social skills and such things like that.
Oh, okay then. And then the next question then, is it necessary to build public sports spaces?
Yes, definitely. Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is compulsory for the government to build places for sports. Um, Doing sports regularly really help improve the longevity of the citizens, and Also, I think it is very beneficial to our mental health as well. I believe it is the responsibility of the government to make sure there are enough space for people to exercise regularly, instead of finding the place on their own and pay very high fee just to enter this kind of place. So in a word, I think it is very necessary.
Oh, okay then. And what do you think of companies that donate sports venues for poor children?
Well, I think that is a very a great gesture that is very definitely very beneficial to the to those poor children, because poor children usually don't have enough education, or they're not educated enough to know the importance of doing sports. By donating free by donating stuff to those children, they will they will have more chance to be exposed to this kind of new equipment, thus having more knowledge about how to do sports. I think it is really beneficial to their lives.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you've now completed the full interview. So how do you feel about your performance today?
um i I think I think is the most difficult part was part two. I think it's really very hard for me to say too much about a place for sports.
Right,
That
you
is
have
a
to
one. Yeah,
look
yeah,
back to somewhere. But you go to a gym regularly in Shanghai, do you? You said that before.
yeah. That was yeah, that was a company's gym. It's very small. It's not that popular. So yeah.
Oh, right. But yeah, you could have
Yeah.
talked about that one as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but yeah, okay then. Let's have a look overall, though. It was a pretty good interview. So let me just share my screen again and look at the questions here. So yeah, the first part was about social media and friends like using it. So you told me, yeah, you like to use a TikTok, um, and you have already have quite a lot of followers. And then, do you think you and your friends use too much social media? Uh, yes, it's. I'm not sure if you said harm for my eyes, or
I
is that
think I
what you
said
is that what you said?
harmful.
Harmful. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't quite hear correctly. So yeah, harmful for my eyes. So that's yeah one of the problems. And then you perhaps could have mentioned other. I think you mentioned. Yeah, after you spend too long on it. And then I think you mentioned a bit later about spending a lot of time on there. Um, um, okay, yeah, you can say it eats into our time, I suppose. So it's also going to waste your time, isn't it? Like the time, the time is stolen, or the oh, you said it later, didn't you? About the that's in the part three. But yeah, you can
Oh,
say yeah, if you spend too much, yeah, it's going to yeah eat into your precious time, um, and then it can be a bit addictive at times to um, go on social media. And you could also say yeah that they have algorithms that 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 predict or always suggest something that you might like. So it kind of hooks you in a bit. So, but yeah, if anybody goes on TikTok and looks at your video. Maybe they'll suggest another one of your videos after it's finished, and they'll end up watching 10 of your videos maybe in one evening. So anyway, but you said it's not for you, working full-time in social media. So some people call it, yeah, if you're trying to build up a channel like that, you could say it's a side hustle, is a phrase people have for making, a bit of extra money on the side, but it's not their main job, you know.
Yeah.
So if that's your motivation for, maybe you just enjoy it. You're not really interested to make money making videos as well. And then
Mhm.
you gave me quite a lot of information about all the different social media in China. That was fine. And then we got to part 2 then. So the gym of is it Western University? And you were in
Yeah.
London, Ontario, Canada. There's an outdoor swimming pool even, and so maybe a bit cold in their winter. The outdoor swimming pool. Did they have an
Yeah,
indoor
it
one?
is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it has an indoor one as well. And in the summer, people can, take a drink in the outdoor swimming pool as well.
Right. Yeah. We might freeze over, become an ice skate ring in the winter. You can go ice. Maybe that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't be
yeah,
surprised. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so you thought it was really fanciful. Yeah. You probably would say uh, it is a bit fancy, you would say, rather than fanciful. Fanciful is more about describing an idea, a bit like a fantasy. But yeah, something that looks fancy and perhaps upmarket, like you would see in a five-star hotel, maybe, or luxurious. So, okay. So when you are describing something, you're not sure what to say. So you can think of the 5 tenses, like, think about what it looks like the decor. Maybe they had a lot of mirrors there, maybe
Yeah.
fancy chandeliers from the ceilings.
Oh,
Yeah, you said it's fancy. Just give a bit more information, and
yeah.
then maybe what uh, the sound of the place. Did they have music? Was it noisy? Was it crowded? Was it somewhere quiet and peaceful to go? Did they like to play lots of hardcore dance music when people are in the gym? Like that, you could say. It's just a way to bring out more. And then, well, the taste, perhaps they offered snacks and maybe there was something to eat there. You could, yeah, it's not always appropriate, that depending on where you're talking about. And the smell, maybe the perfume smelled nice and they all were very, very clean and fresh, you could say. So that's also important, rather than some gyms might not be very clean, smelling sweaty people. You probably put people
Yeah.
off and don't want to go back. Yeah. So there's that, and oh yeah, touch. So maybe the was it comfortable, the chairs and the equipment to sit on if you went on an exercise bike, things like that, and did they provide towels and things like that? Or maybe there was other things available like spa and so on. And then then it gets to eventually how you feel, which is yeah. Um, so you probably find it somewhere. Well, well, it's free for one thing, so you probably felt privileged to go there. You could say. So, let me say how we feel. We always use the ED form, like I felt privileged. Um, sorry, yeah, and you also felt oh, I remember something like messed up, and then perhaps you also felt relaxed going there as well if you went swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Oh, do I seem to be messing up here a lot? That's where that's okay. And then okay. So overall, then we can. Oh, there's the benefits of sport for children. That was the next. Oh yeah, part 3. Sorry. So, do young people like doing sports? Um, so, so you think they like to do sports compared to senior citizens, but you have a lot of work and overtime. So the problems are too much work, and then also the social media distraction sort of means they do less than what they would normally do then. So yeah, there's probably no need to mention senior citizens so much. It's going a bit off topic. Just focus
Oh
on
yeah,
young people.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you're saying
sure.
that they're too busy with their
Yeah,
overtime. Some of them are
yeah,
working 12 hours, or when they're at
yeah.
university, they have a lot of assignments.
Assessment.
So, and then when, yeah, when it, and then if they do have free time, they often just maybe sit on the sofa, they're too tired, and just end up looking at social media. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, so then, what are the benefits of sports for children? So, you said it can help the development of their brain, and it's good for them to, and it's also great for their social skills, so the teamwork. So, yeah, you could perhaps conclude with that one. It's they have emotional and physical benefits from doing sports then, and yeah, so they learn social skills. Perhaps they learn about competition and how to win and lose gracefully and things
Hmm.
like that. And yeah,
Yeah,
teamwork, all that things is on the yeah, perhaps the psychological side of it. But then the physical side, you could say, yeah, it's going to strengthen their bones and their muscles, you know, and their uh, motoric skills as well with their hand-eye coordination and things like that. So it could have perhaps been a bit more developed, that answer. And then, is it necessary to build public sports spaces? Um, okay. Um, yes, definitely. I believe it is compulsory. Or you say you should say it is compulsory, or it should be compulsory.
yeah,
Yes, that they do that. So it's very hard. So every city should have something like that. Um, so, yeah, we can say these are yeah public amenities. Uh, so we got the word spaces, but yeah, we could say public amenities or venues and things like that. Okay, and then yeah, I like how you said it's a great gesture. It's very beneficial for the children. Perhaps you needed another word for beneficial. Um, but yeah, they use that word a couple of times. You can say
yeah,
it's going to make a big difference in their lives, isn't it? So it's going to
yeah,
prevent them from being bored and maybe give them opportunity to pursue a sport they might become successful in one day. Well, so okay, so have you got any questions for me so far?
not really. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So I can see that if you've been in Canada, your English is already pretty good. So if we have a look at your fluency and coherence, um, oh, how did it go there? Oh, okay. So yeah, we can say you were definitely willing to speak at length, and there was uh, without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. So occasional repetition, not much self-correction, not too much hesitation. So I can give you a 7 there. And then the vocabulary, yeah, there's some good phrases like a nice gesture from time to time. Could perhaps use a little bit less common vocabulary. Uh, yeah, perhaps in part two you needed a bit more there. So
Yeah.
it's between a 6 and a 7 for me. I'll come back to that one in a minute. And then the
Yeah.
grammar mistakes were not too many, not often. Pronunciation was really very good, almost an 8, really. Let me just have a look again. So, yeah, we can see that you've been accustomed to being around natives and you don't really have a strong accent, easy to understand throughout. So, yeah, I'll give you I think what I will do is I'll give you an 8 for the pronunciation, but perhaps the vocabulary just could have been developed a bit more, but nearly a 7. So it all
Yeah.
comes out as a 7. So I don't know. Maybe you didn't get that 3 years ago when you last took it. Can you remember the
Yeah.
score you got 3 years ago?
I got a 6.5 3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So now you've had
Mhm.
some time in Canada, and your English is obviously better than then, I suppose. Would you say that?
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right then. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I hope that makes you feel confident for your test coming up in October. But yeah, when you get a part two, just try and think of the senses as a way to paint a picture about the place you're describing,
Yeah.
or the person or the thing you're describing, like that. Okay, and that will.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a very helpful skill. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that before. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, you're welcome. So enjoy the rest of your day, and if you need any more
Yeah.
help, yeah, book some more lessons. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
You too. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you a
thanks.
lot. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.